Rich Dash Rider here. Wow, it's been a minute, guys. My apologies for that. I guess the last time I did a video was about a couple of weeks ago. I think it was a little bit more. So what happened was winter struck here pretty bad. We had a pretty bad snowstorm one week, and the following week after that we had a sleet storm, a little ice storm. That's last week. So I've been kind of weather hibernating, as you can say it. But it's a beautiful day. It is, I don't know what day it is, February 4th, 5th, something like that. Anyway, me and my wife are, oh yeah, my wife is with me. She's behind me. We're out for a little Sunday cruise. We're gonna go down to Tribby. We're on Highway 102. We just passed the Twin Lakes. The video, the shark nose very versus the batwing. That's where I took you guys to go see. We're just on the east side of those lakes there, on the east side of the South Lake. We're gonna go south here. We're about to come up to an intersection of Highway 9, then go ahead south on 102 through the Tribby Hills. We call them the Tribby Hills. You guys will find out here in a second what that's all about. Then we're gonna go through the troublesome curves. Yeah, it sounds like trouble, but it's pretty some neat curves I can show you guys, and they're twisties. There's a few hairpin turns and an S turn. It's all fun. But anyway, yeah, it's been a crazy 2 weeks since I last talked to you. Make sure the wife's coming. Yep, she's following me. Anyway, actually, the last video I did was, of course, my name change. I went from Toy Star 82 Rides to Rich Dash Rider. I'm the Rich Dash Rider now, of course. I'm also known as Chris. So if you want to know why I changed my name, please watch that video. I explained in detail what we're about the name change. Anyway, it's gorgeous out here today. It's about like 60, I think it's supposed to get up like 65, 66, something like that, mid 60s. Awesome day to ride, right? Anyway, talked about what happened in Rich Dash House the last 2 weeks, and got a lot to tell, actually. Long story short, my wife bought a 2022 Honda Grom last year. Reason why she bought that Grom was because she wrecked Spoiler she's riding right now. She actually wrecked it by accident. She just had her license for about a week. It was right there in the front by driveway, and she was trying to get out of her driveway, and she kind of popped the clutch and risky throttled and ran into my neighbor's flatbed trailer. Yeah, she was okay. She just had some bruises and stuff on her thighs, and everybody's out riding today, by the way. Gorgeous day to ride, man. But anyway, happened about mid 2021, and it did total the bike. Of course, you see the same bike she's riding, but it took forever to get the parts. I think she was kind of down, not riding anything for about 5 months, and finally got her bike back. It's about the same time I bought this one, and man, I've been through this. Once you've kind of experienced kind of like a PDS kind of thing, she got into. She was like, man, she got on the bike and she rode it down the street, and just her heart was pumping, and I could tell she had a bad anxiety. So, man, I thought she wanted to quit riding right there and then and there. And I'm like, oh man, what's up with this? Probably got to sell a bike and figured something out. But no, she came up with the idea about getting a smaller one bike. And we're looking at the used markets, probably trying to find a little 250 or 300 or 400cc cruiser bike. She started looking at the Honda Groms, and they had a used one, dealership. See, my lovely wife right there. But when we went to look at it, they had sold it already. So we were like, oh well, dang, we just have to wait and see if we can find one. But she started thinking about 2 or 3 days afterwards. She's like, well, why not just try to get a new one, and you know, $100 a month, I think I can afford that. That's what the salesman was trying to sell us, a new one. So she, of course, she bought it. Right after about a month of riding that little thing, she got on hers, and she's been on hers ever since. So that little Grom sat in our back porch for a while. Then my son, or my wife's son, really my stepson, wanted to learn to ride. He was a senior in high school last year, and he was enlisted to the Air Force. So he's like, I want to learn how to ride. I said, okay. Took the Grom over there. My wife was all good about it. So we took the Grom. I showed him the house and the newbie house, and you know, friction point and all that stuff, and switching gears, you know. But about a weekend, he's a natural, you know. He got it pretty good quickly. So in fact, before he went off to boot camp, he got his license. Went and got his license, passed the aced the test, did a driving test, and he did not do an MSR course. Well, of course, that's Bobby has different video on that, whether you want to do the MSR or I think it's MSR. I always get the wrong abbreviation on that, but you know, the Motorcycle Rate Safety Association, MSA, whatever. But he just went, took his test, got a driver, you know, got his endorsement, motorcycle endorsement, and got his license on that. So of course he went to boot camp, and of course that didn't work out too well. I mean, didn't work out to him. He tried, you know, he got put on medical hold, and he got basically let go. So he came back home for a few months, you know. Then he got a job. I mean, that's awesome. You know, he got himself a little job, and went straight to work. Okay, he knew he couldn't live off of mommy and daddy very long. So I mean, kid's got a good head on his shoulders. So you know what? Okay, I'm going to take a pause from that story. I'm coming up to the hills. This is known as Trippy Hills. It's just pretty. Feel like you're riding a roller coaster here. I don't know if you guys ever experienced this kind of hills and stuff, but all I do is just mainly focus on my res. I don't really switch gears, go downshift or nothing. Stay in about, you know, 4th, 5th gear, go around 55, 60 mile an hour. It's pretty fun. My wife is kind of hanging out. I gotta watch her. She's again a little new. She's been on this highway before, so I think there's probably the 4th or 5th time she's been on this highway. So yeah, she's doing all right. She's just hanging out there for a little further out there. She's about a quarter mile behind me. I better slow down a little bit, make sure she's all right. Yeah, she's doing all right. She's just taking it slow. But anyway, this is the steepest one right here. It's pretty. No, this is not the steepest one. Take that back. The one coming up is steepest. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Highway 102. Once again, this is heading south. That intersection we just passed is Highway 9. If I would turn left, I would go to Tecumseh, little town, little country town. Then if I would turn right, about 20 miles, out Norman, Oklahoma, which is a pretty big town. Pretty popular college football team plays there. I don't know what they're called. But anyway, yep, this is kind of feels like you're on a roller coaster. Your stomach goes up and down. It's kind of funny feeling. But anyway, this is also known as Trippy Hills. After slow way down, my wife is getting further behind me, so making sure she's all right. Yeah, she's about a half mile. I'm gonna let her catch up to me here in a second. Gonna slow it down a little. But anyway, back to the story about my son getting his license and getting his is well, he's been driving my wife's Grom everywhere, and he's been wanting something bigger. I mean, yeah, the Grom is here's a big hill here. The Grom is an awesome little bike. I actually was going to do a review on it a week ago, because we had between winter storms, we had a weekend. It was like 60 something degrees, so I think it was a Saturday. But long story short, we ended up, my wife wanted to trade that Grom in and get my son something bigger, and we no longer have that Grom anymore, which is just fine with me. I didn't really, I mean, it was fun to ride, but I weigh about 160 pounds, and going 45 mile an hour, it was like, oh, okay. Going from a 103 cubic inch street glide to a 125cc, I feel like I'm riding a bicycle, basically. Just motorized, like electrical bike, I guess. But that was it, people. Sorry, I'm jabbling, going off about the bikes and stuff, but that was the Tribby Hills right there. Like, some people different. I just keep my speed same. Like my wife, she's a little bit more cautious, trying to make sure, you know, not an animal or something. It could be dangerous, you know, a bunch of deer this time of year and stuff like that. So you kind of have to keep your eye out when you go up hills like that. Just could be some dummy trying to pass another car uphill. You know, that happens a lot too here. So that's a really bad situation there. You know, you go up the crown of the hill and boom, there's a car right there going 65 mile an hour right at you. Scary stuff. But never had that happen to me, knock on wood. But anyway, that's the Tribby Hills. We're about to come up to a stop sign intersection here. Then after that, we go to Tribby, Oklahoma. Oh man, it don't even have an intersection, folks. It's a kind of middle of nowhere, not really a farm town. It's just a middle of nowhere town, kind of like a nowhere town. Actually, there's a nowhere Oklahoma town. Actually, I want to go there. It's probably a hour and a half from here, something like that. But anyway, we've been busy, you know, trying to involve the kid. I'll call him the kid. I'll introduce you guys to him here. He's 18, about to turn 19 here in a month or so. I'm not gonna tell what he got. It's a bigger bike, and he can go highway speeds now. And I'm pretty confident that, you know, he knows well. He hasn't done anything stupid on a Grom. He never tried, as I know of. Hopefully that's means truth. You know, kids these days. But this kid, you know, good head on his shoulders. So, but anyway, that's that. I'll probably do another video and let you guys know what he got. Let you guys wonder about what he got. I can tell you this: it's not a cruiser. That's all I'm gonna say. And I will ride it. I will do a review on it. But it is a starter bike type bike. So anyway, that's the story of that. That's what's been going on with the Red Stash house the last 2 weeks, trying to dodge winter storms and all that stuff. So okay, this is the intersection of 59. McClellan, Oklahoma is that way. Wait to my wife. I didn't really let her stop. Hope she's not stalled out from the hill. Okay, here she goes. There's a little bit of a hill there, so I was kind of. She has problems getting a stop on a hill and don't going again, which is kind of tough. So anyway, we should be getting close to Tribby here. And Tribby, basically, it's a couple of houses and a bar. I think that bar's name is Travers Calvin or something like that. I'll show you the bar real quick. It's a pretty cool little bar, but we do got a couple of, I don't want to call them 1%ers, but they're 3 patches that hang out. We got a couple clubs that around this area. So typically, me and my wife don't really go to bars, bar harps and stuff like that. But last I knew, this bar was pretty rocking. Last few times I'd seen a couple of clubs hanging out around there. So out here, kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and come out here and kind of drink a little beer and get away from riding home, which I'm not, I like to drink beer, but I know my limits, especially when I'm out riding. So I prefer not to drink when I'm riding. Depends, if I'm out rally or something like that, I'm gonna stay like 4 or 5 hours. I'll probably have a couple, but if I'm just stopping through or something like that, I get the iced tea, sweet tea. Not really worth your life or going to jail about. So I don't know what that is, but here's the bar, the Carter's Cabin, right there. Pretty small bar, but a lot of people like to go here. If you're coming from Norman or Tecumseh, hop on 102, go down the Tribute Hills and stop getting a beer. If you're into that bar hopping scene, but I'm not no more. I'm kind of old and prefer not to do that. So it's actually middle of nowhere, but there's a little housing development or farmland or something like that. This is called Troublesouth or Troublesome or something like that. I can't forget what exactly it's pronounced, but it's got some nice some twisties and a couple of curves here that it's probably intermediate, riding. My wife likes to slow the heck down. So there's a sport bike. Yeah, I've been here too on my sport bikes in the past. So locally, this is the good twisty road here. I gotta watch the wife, make sure she makes it. Okay, twisties are just fun, guys. Just go to the opposite side of the lane, turn in. If you want to slow down, make sure you downshift before the curve, and you speed out of it. So I just keep it in gear, 4th gear. Keep it around 45-50 mile an hour. If you want to go slower than that, you can. For recommended speed, I think is 35 through here. So see, this is a European turn. I just maintain my speed, maintain my lane portion. See, my wife is slowing down. I went through there about 50 mile an hour. She's probably going there about 30. So like I said, she's been on this highway before, but she's new and not into the twisties. Yeah, she's way back there actually. I'm probably ought to just let her catch up with me a little bit. And there's like a lot of intersections too. You got to watch out. Like I said, this is a troublesome curves. It's just south of Tribby. I think the highway we're coming up to is Highway 39, State Highway 39. I'll let you guys see it. Kind of stuck with me. Ooh. I don't know if you guys saw that. Try to crop that in. That was kind of cool to see. I like to see birds like that. I know we're the coyote, right? Probably have a Acme TNT bomb here coming up. With coyote next to it. I want to keep it slow, guys. My wife is really taking those curves slow. Yep, she's taking real slow. So I don't blame her. I need to ride along with her, not ride against her. I'm gonna go slow down. She's pretty far back behind me, so she's taking real slow. I forgot to tell you guys, I got her a new fender, a rear fender. I didn't announce it, but back in November we went to Arkansas, and the bracket, she has a trailer fender kind of full wrap around of her rear tire. It was custom made. We bought it like that. It had it on there when we bought the bike. But the bracket that goes on the back side of it between the tail lights broke. So it being custom made and stuff like that, you know, we had to get it custom fixed. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have to quite have the funds to get that done at the moment. So I just went on eBay, bought her a cheap $100 kind of stock looking fender, and put her on yesterday. I was thinking about doing a video on it, but on the stuff like that, you know, my frustration level sometimes gets the best of me. So it's probably not a very good. I'm trying to keep my channel family friendly, you know, not much cuss words and stuff like that. I'm bad off camera, but I'm making my channel, you know, for everybody that wants to watch, interested in riding, and don't like a lot of cussing. That's what my point my channel is. So anyway, I do you know, mods on the bikes. That's the other thing. I don't do the maintenance. Why I say like that, I like the Street Glide right here. I got a maintenance plan. When I bought the bike, it came with it. So I'm actually about 100 miles away from getting it, but I'm going to take it to the dealer because I already paid for it to get my next my 5,000 mile oil change. So I think I paid up for like 12 oil changes. So, but that's me. We got a local indie shop. He just lives half a mile from the house. So I usually take the wife's bike, go ahead, have them do the oil change, do the 3-hole. I know I could probably do it, but talk about gaskets and do the 3-hole, the primary transmission and the engine block, I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna let the professionals do it. They got a certificate of that kind of thing, so I'm gonna like, okay, you know, I'll let the professionals stick to it. You know, I could probably break a gasket or something like that, so I don't really trust myself doing that stuff. So, but anyway, like putting windshields on, or, you know, it's everybody. Yeah, here's Trousdale. I'm sorry, it's Trousdale. Those are Trousdale curves back there. I just saw the sign, Trousdale. I thought it was Troublesdale. Probably guess those curves could be troublesome. But anyway, but I did fix her fender for her. A lot of pain, tears, cuss words. It was a two beer project. You know, I drink beer, let myself calm down. But I don't know what I did. I don't have a garage, so we park our bikes in the back porch. We got a covered back porch, and I was on the cement and trying to get bolts out and all that stuff, and went to have dinner last night, helping my wife put the leftovers up, and somehow I kinked my back for, I don't know, first time I ever done that. You know, it's kind of, feel like somebody just jabbed me with a knife right into my bottom of my back, man, and on my left side, you know, and my left leg went numb for a second. I'm like, oh shit. Well, there you go. I accidentally swear there. My apologies. But I'm like, oh crap, you know, I never had that happen before. And so anyway, long story short, I'm fine. Other parts of my butt, you know, my butt hurts, but if I'm being down on a concrete slab on the back porch last night, putting a rear fender on her bike. But I got her on, and it seems like it's working great. So anyway, guys, that's the two highways. I know I blabbered on through the ride. I'll probably go down this highway again, just to, you know, focus on tips and stuff like that once again on a different video. this is just a follow-up. I know it's been a while since I posted a video, so anyway, we're coming up to this intersection. I'll wait till the end of the video at this intersection here, so you guys are around from this area. Of course, I think it's Highway 39. It goes to Asher, and I think it goes to Lexington. This intersection we're about to go up, and 102 could actually continues. You go on, I think it's the Highway 39, and you go about 200 feet. And you got to turn right. You know, go down to Walnut, and there's a little cool bridge. I'm waiting for the trees to grow and the grass, because it's really pretty down there when the leaves are full leaves, you know, in spring. So it's a railroad. What do they call it? Oh, dang it. No, the metal beams. They got the real cool metal beams over it, but it's called the Briars Bridge because of the town by there that's named Briars. But that's for a different video. I'm going to do that towards the end of spring. So the leaves are, you know, the trees are full of leaves and stuff like that. It's really, really awesome. Got nice coverage, and it's real pretty. It's kind of past the middle of winter here, and trees are got no leaves, so once again, people, I apologize for not putting a video out. It's just been crazy the last 2 weeks. The weather, and with trading my wife's Grom, let my kid, my son, get a bigger bike. So he's gonna do a review on it, and I'm gonna do a review on his bike, and I'll introduce him to you all. But he will, hopefully, with his work schedules and stuff like that, he'll join on some rides with us. So, but anyway, this is the intersection I was talking about, Highway 102 to 39. Lexington's is that way, and we're gonna go this way towards Asher. So anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go after, yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go right here. So stay safe, be cool, and I catch you on the next one. Bye.